Let's get right into it. Number 8. Project STARGATE, the Pentagon's psychic spies. The Soviets were dumping millions into psychic research during the Cold War, so naturally, the US government decided to hire actual psychics. They called it Project STARGATE. The operation ran from a dumpy wooden building at Fort Meade, Maryland. They hired about 15 to 20 people they called remote viewers. These government-trained psychics were supposed to see things happening anywhere in the world just by using their minds. They'd sit in empty rooms and try to describe Soviet military bases they'd never seen. In 1976, one of these psychics actually helped find a crashed Soviet spy plane. Just sat there, closed their eyes, and pointed to a spot on the map. And they were right. But most of the time, these psychic spies were about as accurate as a drunk person throwing darts. The government kept this program running for 20 years before finally shutting it down in 1995. So yeah, the US government was officially employing psychic spies while Forrest Gump was winning Oscars, and they spent $20 million on it. Number 7. Operation Northwoods, the plan to justify a war. Imagine being so desperate to start a war that you plan to attack your own citizens. That's exactly what the US military proposed in 1962. It was called Operation Northwoods, and it's probably the craziest military plan ever put on paper. America's top military leaders sat in a room, planning to terrorize their own people. Why? Because they really wanted to invade Cuba. These weren't vague ideas either. They had detailed plans written down. Hijack American planes and blame Cuba, blow up American ships in Cuban waters, stage fake terrorist attacks in Miami and other US cities, even kill Cuban refugees living in America and pin it on Castro. The military leaders figured if these attacks looked like they came from Cuba, the American public would support an invasion. They basically wanted to create their own Pearl Harbor moment. The plan included painting US fighter jets to look like Cuban planes. These fake Cuban planes would then attack American targets. President Kennedy took one look at this plan and shut it down immediately. The people behind this were the highest-ranking military officers in the United States. The same people in charge of protecting America were plotting to attack it. Number 6. COINTELPRO, the FBI's war on dissent. The government was secretly trying to make civil rights leaders kill themselves. The FBI ran this secret program from 1956 to 1971. At first, they said it was about fighting communists, but pretty soon they started going after anyone who questioned the government. Their favorite target was Martin Luther King Jr. The FBI followed him everywhere, recorded everything, and then tried to use his personal life to destroy him. They even sent him a package with recordings of his private moments and a letter suggesting he should kill himself. But Dr. King wasn't the only target. The FBI had a whole bag of dirty tricks. Write fake letters to create fights between organizations. Spread rumors to turn friends against each other. Plant fake stories in newspapers to destroy reputations. While these groups were fighting for basic human rights, the FBI was sitting in offices thinking up ways to tear them apart from the inside. They managed to turn peaceful organizations into paranoid battlegrounds. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. No one knew who to trust. And we only know about this because some activists broke into an FBI office and stole the files. If they hadn't done that, COINTELPRO might still be running today. Number 5. Project MKULTRA, the CIA's mind control program. Picture waking up with no memory of the last 48 hours, only to find out the government secretly drugged you. That happened to countless Americans during Project MKUltra. The CIA wasn't just spying on people, they were trying to control their minds. The mastermind behind this was CIA chemist Sidney Gottlieb, nicknamed the Black Sorcerer. He ran experiments at universities where students volunteered for experiments, but they had no idea what they were really signing up for. The CIA recruited doctors to experiment on mental patients. One doctor, Ewan Cameron, would put patients into drug-induced comas for months while playing recorded messages on repeat. He called it psychic driving, basically trying to erase someone's personality and reprogram them from scratch. Some patients lost years of memories. The CIA tried everything: drugs, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, psychological torture. This went on for over 20 years before someone finally tried to shut it down. In 1973, the CIA director ordered almost all the files destroyed, But some documents survived. They were accidentally stored in the wrong building. These surviving files showed just how far the government would go to win the Cold War. And we only know about the experiments from the files that weren't destroyed. Think about what was in the ones they managed to burn.